Hey devs, so in our last tutorial we saw the flow of building an AI app, which is to feed our data sources to AI models, and by using ShipGPT AI repo we will be getting all the necessary APIs of different use cases, and when we train the model with some data source, it will convert the data source into some embeddings, and those embeddings will be saved in some vector storage. In our case we will be using Pinecone, and it will give us a unique file ID. So our data sources will be converted to a language which our models will understand, and our models will actually helping us converting those data sources into an AI language, and these AI languages, which we called embeddings, will be saved in a vector storage. In our case we'll be using Pinecone. Creating a Pinecone vector storage is completely free, by the way, and at the end we will be getting a unique file ID from our ShipGPT AI API, and these file IDs will be used to further utilize the use cases. Like if we want to ask a question to our data source, then we will be using this unique file ID. So in this tutorial we will be creating some API keys, like for the model we will be using OpenAI models. Creating a key for OpenAI is completely free, but we will have to buy some credits to get started with the OpenAI key. Last I remember they were providing some free credits, but we will see that in today's video. And for Pinecone, creating a Pinecone index or vector storage is completely free. I will walk you through the complete process of creating a Pinecone and utilizing the key, and then we will be getting the ShipGPT repo. And from our next video we will be cloning the ShipGPT repo and test all the APIs using our OpenAI and Pinecone. So if you want to save your data sources in some cloud storage, we will be using AWS, but it is completely optional. Either you can save your data sources in local storage like in your system, or you will be using some cloud storage like S3 or some other cloud storage. So ShipGPT provides you option to save those data sources into your specified third-party cloud storages. Now to create an OpenAI key, let's start by creating an account in OpenAI. Let me open some other account because this account already has. So let's sign up using Google account. Continue. Recaster AI, and organization name would be, let's call it ShipGPT AI. Agree. Okay, so birth date is required, so it would be. So this way you will be creating an account in OpenAI, but we will have to create an OpenAI key. For that purpose, go to their left menu panel and click on API keys, and in here we will have to start verification. Like we will have to verify a phone number, or after that we will be creating a new secret key. If I go to my old account, because I already have an API key, let me open my account. So in here I have like 3 or 4 keys already created, and if we want to create a key after phone verification, we will be clicking on this button. We'll name the key like testing, and we'll be creating a secret key. And this secret key you will have to save it somewhere, because this key is very valuable, because this key we will be using for everything, like to question our data sources, to feed the data source to our models, OpenAI models, and because of this key we'll be using GPT-4, 3.5, every models that OpenAI provides, either in beta mode or in utilization for commercial usage, we'll be using that model. We'll be selecting models based on this key. Now copy this key and save it somewhere. Now that we have a API key for OpenAI, we will have to create the next API, or you can say we will have to fetch all the credential details for Pinecone. And for that, we'll be creating a new Pinecone account again. So let's open a Pinecone. Let's sign up for free. Creating a Pinecone and accessing the Pinecone account is completely free. So there's no credit card required, nothing required. Just you have to sign up with Google and click on your Google account, and here you go. After creating this account, there's nothing else that you need other than the ShipGPT repo. Okay, so when you are creating this account, you have to fill some informations like what is your goal. Let's build an AI application. What is your use case? Let's create a chatbot. What is your preferred coding language? Let's select JavaScript. It's my favorite language. And let's complete setup. Why it is not completing? Oh, so the company name is required. Let's fill it with ShipGPT AI, and let's see. Yeah, here you go. So there are two options available. The first one is serverless, and the second one is port-based index. For this project only, or for the tutorial purpose, I'll be using continue with port-based index. Because it is the old way of using Pinecone, but the preferred way would be to go serverless, because you will be utilizing the Pinecone only when you need Pinecone. Like when a user asks a question, only then the Pinecone API will be used, and you will be charged with the utilization of Pinecone. But other than that, you will not be getting charged for anything. So the preferred way is serverless, but I'll be going with port-based index. So the name of this index, so what is index? So index is you can consider it as a collection. You can consider it as a database that we are creating. So it will be a database that we will be creating for our particular app, and I suggest you to create different index for every other app, for every other AI app that you will be using. So the index would be, let's name it testing index. Okay, so it can only be lowercase testing index, and the dimensions. So different AI models utilize different dimensions. So for OpenAI, because we are using OpenAI, we will be using 1536 dimensions, and for Google Gemini I think the dimension is 700 and something, but for Anthropic and OpenAI the dimensions would be around 15. The dimensions is basically exactly 1536, not like around. And we are using starter package. There is no credit card required, nothing else. Just click on create index, and you will be needing three things from here. One is this region, US Central 1. The second thing is environment, and your API key, of course. And to get your API key, click on this I button. You will be saving these details somewhere. Actually these details will be saved here in Pinecone, but it's better if you can save it somewhere else. So I'm actually creating a file for saving all these APIs, and let me switch back to that file. Let's refresh this. So now we will have the OpenAI key, and we have the Pinecone keys. So these keys will be used to create AI app in the next video. So in our next video we'll be creating a clone of ShipGPT, and we'll be not hosting basically, and we'll be using all the APIs, like calling ShipGPT AI repo with the APIs with these keys, and we'll see if that works or not in our next video. Thank you guys.